What's up, everybody? 289 coming at you today. We got another One Piece chapter review, and this time it's gonna be One Piece chapter 1073. Man, Egghead Island just keeps on delivering. It hasn't stopped since it started, and I don't think it's stopping anytime soon, except for breaks, which we're gonna be on a break next week, unfortunately. That's the only thing that's stopping Egghead Island from being great. But outside of that, man, it's been a wonderful arc. Man, if you guys can't like, dislike, comment down below, give me your thoughts on this chapter. And of course, I have one more One Piece content coming up. I'll also play the One Piece card game. If you guys are interested in that, I have videos on that as well. You guys can go ahead and do that too. But definitely, guys, if you guys can't like, dislike, subscribe. Of course, I'm going to have more One Piece content coming up. And, man, these chapters keep coming out sooner too, by the way. Like, there's just people just, I guess, translating it out of nowhere. And, you know, just doing their thing. So, I'm not going to share the link or anything like that where to read the chapter. Just go find it for yourself. But people are just getting this stuff and translating it really quickly. But, yeah, let's get into this. And, I mean... You know, we start off with last chapter with the shocker with Stussy is a clone of Miss Buckingham from the Rocks Pirates. And, you know, now we know that she was the first successful clone that Dr. Vegapunk has done. And, you know, that's really interesting, right? Like, that cloning is a thing in the One Piece world. And, you know, Stussy knocked out, you know, Kaku just immediately, just bit him. He's done. He's dead. I mean, not dead, but just knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And it seems as though Stussy is on the move to, you know, to handle the CP0 agent so that way everyone else can escape. So what we have here is, of course, Stussy doing her thing and going after Rob Lucci. And, of course, Rob Lucci catches on to this and tries to do an attack. And, of course, she evades it. And let me tell you something. Stussy is ridiculous. She is really strong, man. I can't wait to see what Stussy was doing back in the day with, like, the Rocks Pirates and all that stuff. Because that crew was no joke. That crew had Kaido, Whitebeard, Shiki, just a whole bunch of heavy hitters. Big Mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, all Whitebeard, you know, was on that ship. And which leads me to believe this. The reason why these characters were able to be cloned, well, so far, Stussy, right? I believe that this has something to do with God Valley. And what I mean by that is that what if there was a possibility we go to God Valley, everyone gets defeated, and experiments were done on these characters at some point to make clones or whatever the case may be. There were test subjects for this. And what better test subjects than to have the Rocks Pirates who were just defeated on God Valley, right? Like, they're beaten, they were probably taken to jail, locked up, whatever. We know Kaido was experimented on as well, along with King. So I'm assuming that during the timeline of the God Valley incident, that this is what happened. These people were captured and just experimented on, and they just wanted to make clones for whatever reason. So that's just my headcanon on that. And then from here, you know, of course, you know, Stussy evades the attack. She ends up grabbing the lipstick and then doing something to Rob Lucci, just biting him, basically putting the keystone on her lips and biting Rob Lucci and knocking him out, right? And just basically possibly infecting him with the sea stone and just putting him out completely, which is huge, right? Now Rob Lucci's down for the count. He's done along with Kaku. So now we find out the person that Vegapunk was talking to was Stussy. So it seems as though Vegapunk had Stussy become a CP0 agent, you know, to infiltrate and you know, to get information on these people or whatever the case may be. I'm thinking it's just more of an information thing where Vegapunk just wanted to keep tabs on the government and Stussy was that person, which is really smart and very intelligent of Vegapunk. Why not have someone... CP0's like the government's like lapdogs, basically. They know everything that's going on and they protect the Celestial Dragons, all that stuff. Right, so that's really smart, and that's really good of Vegapunk to do that. So then from there, of course, you know, everybody's like trying to figure out what the hell is going on. You know, you got Zoro, and you know, everyone else looking like, you know, Rob Lucci's been defeated, so along with Kaku, and you know, from there, that's when Vegapunk just reveals, hey, Stussy's just, you know, whatever, you know, working for us, helping us out, and we're gonna get the hell out of here now, and we should be on our way out. So, of course, Stussy cannot do anything to the Seraphims because, yeah, she has the same level of authority, but it's not higher than Lucci's or something like that. So she can't do anything to the Seraphims or order them around. So it seems as though this hierarchy's, you know, a little complicated with having to control the Seraphims and stopping them, right? Even though I'm a CP0 agent, I don't rank higher than Lucci, so I can't do anything about it. So that wasn't thought about ahead of time. So that happened, and then next thing you know, of course, you know, Edison and the others come down to the lab, and of course, Zoro's, you know, is recognizing everybody that's a Seraphim, you know, Bartolo Mukuma, and then runs into Mihawk, and they have a really cool clash between Mihawk and Zoro, you know what I'm saying, like doing their thing, and of course, Zoro's, recognizing the character and saying, I could tell you're not just a robot, you're human. So there's something with these seraphims that Zoro's recognizing, at least with Haki, I think, in my opinion, and saying, hey, these are people, you know what I'm saying? These aren't just weapons or whatever. There's a soul there. Seems to be something there with the seraphim. So I can't wait to figure that out, whatever the hell that is. So, that was a pretty cool clash between Zoro and Mihawk, which is really cool. I brought back some nostalgic memories, right? You know what I'm saying? Mihawk and Zoro, of course, Zoro's mission is to become the world's greatest swordsman and possibly defeat Mihawk one day. So that was just cool, man. It just brought back so many memories. And the seraphims come down. I'm sorry. Dr. Vegapunk comes down, does his thing, gets the seraphims back in order. So now control is in the Straw Hat's favor at this point in time. Now it looks like they want to get the hell out of here and take Vegapunk with them and just go, right? So of course, once all that's done, Luffy's going around looking for Bonnie, and I'm wondering if Luffy's gonna have something to do, or at least, okay, so we know Bonnie's in the room with the memories, right? I wonder if Luffy's just gonna stumble into this and see the memories along with Bonnie and understand what Bartholomew Kuma did as well, which would be interesting. Now we're gonna have Luffy and Bonnie finding out what happened back in the past, and let's see what changes here with Bonnie and Kuma and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be really interesting. I think that's what's gonna happen there. I think that's what that's setting up. Then we cut to the next panel. The next panel is just hype as hell, okay? And we got to pay attention to the narrator page, okay? So the narrator is going out saying, however an event will occur, Dr. Vegapunk will end up missing. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that the government's going to be successful, come by and kill Vegapunk, and then the Vegapunk's not going to leave with the Straw Hats? Because earlier on in this arc, Vegapunk did say something like, hey, talking to Dragon, I might die, right? I'm probably going to die. And Vegapunk being a smart guy and understanding how things go, he's like, there's a high possibility that I'm going to die. And with the narrator seeing this, does he mean that Vegapunk will be killed here? Or the government's going to do something here, okay, and get rid of Dr. Vegapunk? Because we're going to get to that in a second. So then we cut to, which is unexpected, we cut to Shinx Island, which is Whitebeard's hometown, the poor town that is not protected by the world government, so anybody can come by and do whatever the hell they want. And of course, we had some jerks while Marco was gone, try to scavenge some money from the island because they think Whitebeard has an inheritance here. What they don't know is Whitebeard was basically, Whitebeard did send his town money, but I'm pretty sure it's in a place where Marco knows, and he's not going to divulge that information, okay? This is Whitebeard's hometown. These people are poor. The money was for them so that they can do what they need to do to survive because they're not a part of the world government, right? So, of course, we find out while he was in Wano, the Marines come by and they try to steal money. And, of course, they're being mean and malicious and bullying people and intimidating them and try to get their money. No one knows what the hell they're talking about because nobody seems to know what this money is. I'm pretty sure there is no money, but if there is, Marco's the only person that really knows. No one else is going to know about this, right? Imagine, you're telling people, hey, look, this is where the money is. This is what's going on. I'm pretty sure a lot of the money will be spent, pretty badly, and it'll be gone. I'm pretty sure Marco's managing the money there and making sure everything runs afloat. And of course, Marco's a doctor, and he's just helping people out there that are sick and all that stuff. So, of course, the Marines are being jackasses, and up comes Weevil. We haven't seen this guy in a long time. So he comes in, he finally gets to Whitebeard's Island, and he just manhandles the Marines here. And, of course, he's like, you got to get out of Dada's hometown or whatever. This is my dad's place. Get the hell out of here. Get moving. And thank God he came because the Marines were about to, shoot an old person. And I'm like, dude, you guys are really ridiculous. Over some money? Over some money that you don't even know exists? You know what I'm saying? Stop, government. Stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, Weevil comes by, does his thing, and he's protecting the country. And, of course, the Marines from here call for backup because it's Weevil. And the other thing is, too, that the Shichibukai are being abolished. And, well, the call was made, and somebody's on the way. We find out that Miss Buckingham is here, and then we get it officially. Well, Miss Buckingham is here, and, she wants to talk to Marco and, possibly get Weevil back, right? So then we cut to the most hype, the craziest part of this chapter. It's Kizaru on his way to Egghead Island. And one thing we find out here is, well, there's another little tidbit here. Kizaru was testing the food to see if it was poison. Why they're doing that is because, well, when someone... we'll get to that in a minute. So anyways, he's talking to somebody, and and Kizaru was asking him, have you seen Dr. Vegapunk? And he's like, I've only seen him once, and it's been a long time. We find out a celestial dragon is on the ship, and he's trying to handle Vegapunk himself. Now, the other thing that's interesting here is that Kizaru is testing food to see if it was poison. Now, when you have higher ups like this, there's people that are going to take, they want to take your head, right? I mean, the celestial dragons, the Gorosei are pretty much protected up top, and they don't really come out to the world often, right? If they did, I mean, look what happened to Doflamingo's family when they came down from Marijoa down to just being normal people. They were just whatever. You're going to have some malicious people that want to do some bad things to you and possibly poison your food and get to you or whatever. So, just whatever. That's really interesting that, they hate test the food, whatever. That's how smart these people are. They're not dumb. Well, that being, they're not dumb. I put that in quotes. But we find out this guy's name, okay? And he's coming here personally to take care of Dr. Vegapunk, okay? His name is the Saint J. Garcia Saturn. Okay. We have one ancient weapon that's called Uranus. We have another ancient weapon called Pluton, related to Pluto. We have another ancient weapon. No, that's it, actually. This guy's name is Saturn. These people have something to do with whatever the hell is going on with space and moon piece and the moon with One Piece. I'm really curious of how these naming conventions have something to do with the planet, with space and all that stuff. This is just getting nuts. His name is J. Garcia Saturn. Okay? And he's here. We're finally, I think, going to see what the hell a Gorosei can do. Now, why is he here? Okay? We already talked about it. They want to get rid of Dr. Vegapunk, but why him personally? Emu said something with wanting to extinguish someone and removing them from this planet, right? It was Dr. Vegapunk. That's who it was. He ordered them to get rid of Dr. Vegapunk, and that is the reason why he is here personally to handle that affair. Just in case the Marines fail. He's here to handle business to make sure Dr. Vegapunk doesn't exist. I think that's what Emu, when they met and they saw Emu and they said, hey, what light needs to be extinguished? Dr. Vegapunk was named. Emu knew, I got to get rid of that guy. That guy knows too much. He's too smart. And I'm pretty sure he's not working for us. This entire time, I understand he's making weapons for us and all that stuff. He ain't working for us. That's fool's gold. Right? And now it's time to get rid of him because Luffy's here and all this stuff. We can't have any of this nonsense with Luffy getting tech and all that stuff from blah, 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 blah. Right? Emu ordered that hit on Dr. Vegapunk. That's the light that needs to be extinguished. That's sick. That is sick. It has nothing to do with any of the pirates. It has nothing to do with Whitebeard, Blackbeard. Dr. Vegapunk was the one. Is the one. And that's why this guy's here. I can't wait to see what the hell this guy can do. To see what a Gorosei can do. Because if you look at them, they have battle scars all over them. And I'm pretty sure these people are old as crap. I'm pretty sure they were in the Void Century for some reason, are still alive and around. I'm pretty sure there's a reason, right? Maybe they weren't. I don't know. But I'm assuming they were. They have battle scars. These guys, they've been through some battles. It looks like to me. So I can't wait to see what these guys can do. So then from there, we find out that Green Bull's the one that defeated Weevil and took him into custody. So I think this will lead to Marco possibly going after Weevil and, Marco getting some information on if it's true about Weevil being Whitebeard's kid, basically. I think Weevil is just a failed clone, and how I think what I think happened here was, and this is just my opinion, my headcanon, I personally think the way they tried to clone, I shouldn't say clone, maybe, I think what they tried to do, Stussy maybe possibly had a thing for Whitebeard. I think they had his DNA, and they maybe used Miss Buckingham used her embryo or whatever, and they made a kid Whitebeard or whatever the case may be, or try to clone him as best as possible, and they just couldn't do it, and it just wasn't perfect. So he ended up being a failed clone of Whitebeard, which makes a whole lot of sense now. And of course, you know, his DNA is gonna match Whitebeard, and that's why he has Whitebeard's strength. And the reason why he doesn't look like Whitebeard, obviously, because he's a failure, right? Stussy is not a failure, and we see how Stussy looks. So, yeah, guys, crazy chapter. A lot of things are happening. Egghead Island continues to keep delivering. We're on a break next week, unfortunately, but man, what a chapter to end a break on. We finally got a name of one of the Gorosei members, and he is personally here to handle the Vegapunk business. And we do find out the narrator does say something about Vegapunk disappearing. This dude's gonna have something to do, and he's gonna make sure Vegapunk is gone. This was the order from Emu. This is the light that needs to be extinguished. Dr. Vegapunk. Insane. Guys, do me a favor. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Give me your thoughts on this chapter, please. Because this chapter was absolutely ridiculous. Give me your thoughts down below. Do you guys think Dr. Vegapunk is the light that needs to be extinguished? The one that Emu ordered to do that? I personally think so. Because, I mean, the Gorosei is here personally to take care of business. Give me your thoughts down below, guys. And, of course, keep subscribing, man. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers. If you guys give me 1,000, it'd be really great. Can't wait to get there at some point. And, of course, I'm always going to have One Piece content coming up, guys. So, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Keep reading One Piece. See you in a few weeks. Bye. All right, after reading the chapter, I just had to rewatch this scene again with Emu. I know you guys just watched the review and all that stuff, but I'm going to end it with this. Like, this is insane. It's him. It's Dr. Vegapunk, guys. Like, this is all fool's gold. This entire thing is fool's gold. All of it. He was never going after Shirahoshi. He was never going after Luffy. Never going after Blackbeard. Vivi, I'm pretty sure she's captured somewhere. This is all fool's gold. I just had to rewatch the scene again. This makes so much sense now. This makes so much sense. We've been fooled. We've been had. We've been lied to for 20 years about Luffy's devil fruit, so this isn't shocking to me. Oh, this scene is so good too, by the way. They did a good job at Toei. Right here. Have you decided which light needs to be extinguished? Dr. effing Vegapunk is the light that needs to be extinguished. From history this time. And Saturn's the one asking for the name, guys. One Piece is just godlike. Enough said.